marks the beginning of Hanukkah, celebrated by millions of members of the Jewish faith around the world. Here in Portland, crowds gathered to mark the Festival of Lights. Fox 12's Jeffrey Lindblom joins us now live from Pioneer Courthouse Square with the story. Jeffrey?
Well, Pete, tonight hundreds gathered at Pioneer Courthouse Square in this now empty space where you can see the tent still stands from the event, where I'm told the menorah that was lit symbolizes a flame that those who practice Judaism believe lasted for 8 days at a pivotal moment in their history. Those I spoke with say the last several months have included dark times, and the light delivers a message that is just about as important as it can be.
A little light sheds a lot of darkness, and even in your darkest moments, you can light a candle.
Ultimately, the night itself will become bright. Ultimately, there'll be happiness and goodness and light, and we really have nothing to be afraid of. And it's such a powerful, inspiring message.
A little light expels a lot of darkness.
And this is what inspires everyone around here and my family.
Hundreds gathering in Pioneer Courthouse Square Thursday night to celebrate the start of Hanukkah. And with a war going on overseas in Gaza involving Israel, they say it's a difficult time for their community. But it's also why it's so important to come together and celebrate.
That's really the story of Jewish life, is that in our most difficult moments, but we also celebrate Jewish survival.
It's always important, especially in a place like Oregon, where the Jewish community is smaller than some of the other parts of the country, for us to stand together and show up for each other.
Rabbi Wilhelm says at first he was concerned about what the turnout might look like, but given the line, which he says wraps around the fence, he says he's pleased. Something he says symbolizes strength within their community during difficult times.
So we have the largest turnout we've ever had.
It's important to stand up and say, I'm proud of being Jewish. I'm honored to stand up and express my faith and participate in a celebration like this.
State Senator Elizabeth Steiner says she's partly here because this happens to be a part of her district.
But more importantly, here tonight as an active member of the Jewish community in Portland.
She says it's been a tough time, especially with what she calls rising anti-Semitism against her community.
And certainly since the Hamas terrorist invasion.
She stands alongside many others, like Ellie Citron, director of the Jewish Student Center in Portland, who says many have come to him, expressing that they've experienced hatred recently and are feeling alone.
When you come to an event like this, you see that that is false. We have support, we have community. You are not alone.
Even in one's darkest days, in the darkest spaces, one can light a candle, and that's the message of Hanukkah. And all good people of the world should tap in, because we all have a light within us.
The peaceful event was briefly interrupted tonight as two groups of protesters showed up during the opening ceremony, holding signs before being escorted out by security.
Go away! We are peaceful! Move!
You can see both groups of protesters were ushered out by the event's security. This is the first of 8 days of Hanukkah, and Wilhelm says that this was the busiest and, it was the busiest and biggest turnout they've ever seen. Reporting live from Pioneer Courthouse Square, I'm Jeffrey Lindblom for Fox 12 Oregon.